Hello and welcome to Karma's a Stitch. This is going to be a pretty close to daily vlog for Christmas in July. This is going up on July 1st. And for the month of July, we have several things going on. Normally what I do is I roll the dice and I pull a project out of my whip wall and I work on that project for a week. Now, with Christmas in July, I'm not going to be rolling the dice in July, so I won't be putting up a regular podcast or episode that I typically would do because I'm going to be doing daily things. Some of it'll be daily house family stuff. However, through the month of July, I will have 5 projects I'm working on. 3 of them for sure to completion. So you'll be able to watch my progress as that goes on. I guess I should start. If you're looking to get in touch with me, all the ways, I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit so you don't see that reflection of the sun in the morning. If you're looking for any way to get in touch with me, all of the ways to do that will be listed in the description box below. I am going to be doing, for Christmas in July, 3 personalized Christmas stockings. One for me, one for my son Anthony, and one for my daughter Alex. And if these go really well, I am going to maybe make some for my brother and his daughter. But we'll see how that goes. I will go through the pattern that I'm doing for those. I'm also participating in a make-along that my 2 local yarn shops are collaborating on. And the cast on for that was on Saturday, June 29th. And that is for the Pouf Cardigan. I will be talking about that as well. And then another YouTuber who participates in our weekly Zooms, Nancy with Kitty Scrapper. It is a big birthday for her in July and what she wanted to do for her birthday. I don't know if she's doing it through her channel or if it's just our Zoom group, but maybe somebody can clarify for me if they know. But she wants everybody to just cast on and work on a Stephen West project. And as we're working on it, she wants us to think of her. So that is what we're going to do. So on Zoom on Friday, Nancy was on Zoom. She helped pick the colors for this project. I shared the pattern. So she has chosen the colors I will be working on. I will be sharing all of that with you guys. And I'm sure there'll be other things that come up that will seem out of place, but we're going to start talking about these projects. So we'll start with the stockings. And like I said, I'll be doing 3 of them. Now, the stocking pattern that I chose is on Ravelry. It is a paid for pattern. It is well worth the cost. It is called the Top Down Christmas Stocking, and it's by Faye Kennington. And I printed this out in black and white. So here's the name of it, if you can see that. Top Down Christmas Stockings by Faye Kennington. And I'll just read the intro paragraph. It says, with 24 colorwork charts to mix and match, this pattern offers 512 different possible options for customizing your own stocking. And that's even before you take color combinations into account. Everyone in the family can have a unique stocking that reflects their personal style. The stockings are worked cuff to toe, beginning with an I-cord hanging loop, I-cord cuff top, and stranded leg. Continue with short row heel, stranded foot, and grafted toe. So what I have done is I went and I've got 3 project bags here. And I had Alex pick the project bag. I said, okay, Alex, which project bag makes you think of you? So she grabbed this one. And then I said, which one reminds you of your brother? And she chose this one. And I said, and which one makes you think of me? And so she grabbed this one. So I've got these 3 project bags here, and in each project bag are the colors that have been chosen. Now, Alex did get a say in her colors, so we're gonna go through hers first. I will tell you that all of the wool I'll be using is Vintage Barocco. Here's the label. It's a machine washable blend. It is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and 8% nylon. There are 218 yards per 100 grams. I am using white in each of our stockings. The rest of the colors are all different. So I will go through here. I will give you the color number. They don't have color names. So the white is 5101. And for Alex, that will be held with the black. And that is color 5145. And I think it might be easier for me if I don't tell you the color numbers, but I will put them up on the screen for those of you that are interested. So I've got white and black going into hers. And a tiny bit of red. And this blue. So these are the colors that Alex has chosen for her stocking. Now, when I show you these colors, I will also tell you what pattern she has chosen, because I have it all written down here. So Alex has chosen, now with each of these stockings, you get to choose the trim, and I'll show you what that is here. I have it up on my iPad. So you get to choose a trim, which this is what she has chosen. She's chosen the holly trim. She's chosen the penguin chart. And she's chosen these large snowflakes for the foot and leg portion of her stocking. Now, one thing I will be modifying is below, because if you look, you've got the trim, and then the trim below the color work chart, and then it goes into the pattern that you choose for your leg and your cuff, or your leg and your foot. Between this trim and the sock pattern, I will be putting in probably about an inch worth. I'll see how my gauge goes with these, so that I can put everybody's name in there. So I will be charting those out as well. So that's what Alex will be doing. She will be getting the penguins with the holly and the snowflakes for her stocking. And I will be casting that on today. I have wound all the colors, but I haven't weighed all of them to make sure that they're all actually 100 grams. Next, we have Anthony's. And again, no. I put them in the wrong bag. I'm sure nobody is surprised by that. Anthony's will be the white. With a light gray and a dark gray. And Anthony's stocking pattern that he has chosen, I will show you. I must have got that confused. She may have chosen the hearts for Anthony, because that's where I have his stuff, and I was pretty good about keeping them in the right bag. So maybe I got the white project bag. So for Anthony, he chose for his trim, he chose these horizontal stripes with this snowflake, and this plaid. That's what Anthony chose for his. And again, underneath these horizontal stripes, before I start the plaid, I will put Anthony's name in there. So that is Anthony's stocking. And then my stocking will have the white, this deep maroon, this paler Latin, I don't even know. But these are kind of heathered. Can you guys see the different variations in those colors? So these will be mine. And the pattern that I chose, I'm sure will shock all of you that watch my channel, but I have chosen, and of course they're not, see here, I have chosen the coffee cups here with the hearts, and the, ooh, goodness, Tonya. This, it's called a dash, but this here, this trim, and then I chose this foot pattern. And again, underneath this, I will include my name before I start with this foot pattern. So my plan with these is, the pattern says that they're about 18 inches long. They will be a bit longer because I'm adding our names. I'm gonna try to make them a bit longer. I may extend the leg and the foot, but it's also, I don't remember what she said as far as size, a 12-inch circumference, and that's not very big, in my opinion, for a stocking, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that is my plan with the stockings, and I will be working on all 3 of them each day. So if they're 18 inches long and there's 31 days in July, I feel as though if I could get an inch, but shoot for an inch each day on those stockings, I will have no problem getting those all 3 finished by the end of July. So that's my plan. Now this pattern also has instructions for lining the stockings, which I will do, but I am not gonna push myself to try to have that done by the end of this month. I will have the knitting portion complete. Now, the Pouf cardigan is a cardigan that I'm doing as part of the knit along, which started this past Saturday. And the Pouf has, here's a picture of it. It is by Bieta Gisette. It's through Hedgehog Fibers. It is on Ravelry. I believe it was a free pattern. And you're basically fading and from the top down, and I ended up, I'm super excited, I ended up getting my yarn, my wool, from Mousewitch Yarns, and I got it here in time. 1 second with the crinkling. I had this pattern in a sheet protector, and I want to make sure I get it back in there. I ended up ordering the wool through Mousewitch Yarns, and Mandy got it here in time for me to cast on Saturday like everybody else was. So I have just barely cast on because I wanted to spend the rest of the weekend working on the project that I had rolled last week. I had a week to work on that, which took me to Monday, July 1. So I wanted to spend the rest of the weekend, but I did want to cast on. So I'll show you my progress. I did wind and weigh all of the yarn. It is, like I said, a top down. So here is the progress that I've got. See, there you go. There's the back of my cardigan. And it is 2 strands of fingering weight yarn held double. So I will also be working on that progressively each day through the month of July. So you guys will be able to watch this cardigan grow. So between the 3 stockings and this, we'll see how I do by the end of July. Now, let's talk about the Stephen West Think About Nancy at Kitty Scrapper for her great big birthday. She helped me choose the project bag. And the project I will be casting on, and I'm not going to show you the picture. I'll see if I can get one from Stephen West project page on Ravelry, because my printer was running out of toner, and so the picture is kind of a funky coloring, but it's called Meshy Twist. And this is going to be a super airy project. It is really long. It's 88. Let's see here. Does he have it in inches? An 88-inch wingspan, 22-inch along the center spine. So it is a pretty long project. And I won't cast this on until Nancy's actual birthday, which is next week. But yes, I'm very excited. I will have put some pictures up here to share with you guys because this project I am super excited about. Now, the wool that Nancy helped choose, I just pulled from my stash. So this will be the first color, and this is So Happy Jane. It's called Dark and Stormy. It's a bouncy fingering, 75-25 superwash, 463 yards per 100 gram skein. Now, So Happy Jane is a local to me dyer. So this will be the first color I put into this shawl. And then next to this will be this color, which is by Trilogy. And Trilogy is close to local, not really, next state over, yarn dyer. I've used her wool quite a bit. This particular skein came from a Halloween advent 2 years ago. Her theme was Hocus Pocus, that movie with the 3 witches, Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker, and I am unsure of the other woman's name, but this one is called Goodbye to Life. It is an 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 grams per. So this will be the colorway that goes in second. So these two will go together side by side. And then the final outer edge of this shawl has a really cool lacy bit. And if you know Nancy, neon is her thing. However, I just started that Treasure Trove shawl by Stephen West using up all of my neon and black. And I was like, hey, couldn't I do that? I think I have like 1 row of those dip stitches done. And she's like, I think it should be a new cast on. And I was like, okay, new cast on it is. So this is by Plucky Knitter. This is a one-hit wonder. That's when she was doing her tasting menu, and I would get like, you just randomly say I'd like 3 or I think they came in 3 and 5. 1 second. Hi. H-O-C-U-S. H-O-C-U-S. And that should bring it up. She's in the TV room watching her iPad so that I could record, and she wanted, I think, are you looking up that? Are you looking it up? Hocus Pocus? Did you find it?
No, I meant H-O.
C-U-S.
C. I'm horrible at finding letters on a keyboard.
So you don't, these are like things where it just didn't turn out the way she wanted. There's nothing wrong with the yarn. It's just not what she had envisioned for it. Or sometimes maybe there's a break in it, or sometimes there's maybe a speck of different color dye on it or something. And you get them for like $10 a skein. So this is her Primo fingering. It is 75-25. It's superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon. And it will go as the final lacy fun bit on that shawl. So these will go together in this meshy twist shawl that I will be casting on next week for Nancy at Kitty Scrapper's birthday. And Nancy helped choose the colors and the project bag. I'm excited about the pattern. It's not one I had seen before, so this will be fun. So you guys, that's what I will be casting on. This is what my July will look like, and you guys will be able to see how I get on as far as progress with these. And like I said, I will not be rolling the dice. Let me see the calendar. So the 1st of August is going to be on a Thursday. And so I will roll the dice on that Thursday, because I will be trying to get up a daily vlog every day. And sometimes there may be some chit chat. Sometimes you might see the chickens or the dogs or some of our outings. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But that's what I plan on doing, is sharing my progress on these pictures or on these projects. So I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited to share. Let's wind some yarn and get started. Okay. Good morning. It is July 1st and I'm Tonya. This is Karma's a Stitch and this is going to be a close to daily vlog for Christmas in July. I would have inserted an intro before this, but it is July 1st and I've let the dogs out. I've fed the dogs. I've let the chickens out. I haven't fed them yet. But I've made coffee and I'm currently sitting in my garage where I've created a workstation that's kind of separate from the rest of the house because I've got kids and dogs and animals and stuff that's always going on, and it's not really fair of me to ask them to be quiet every time I want to turn on the camera. So I've created like a workspace in the garage. I started a project a bit ago where I needed a quiet place to write. And so this is where we're at. And it's lovely and quiet all of the time. So we're going to get started with our day. Like I will have told you in the intro, I am going to be working on some stockings and a Pouf today and lots of other live stuff. That's the espresso pump for the pump for the espresso machine. Lots of other live stuff going on today. Alex has an appointment. It's only a 30-minute appointment this afternoon. We're going to do some yard work. Yeah, we still, one project we have to do around the house still is we have the chicken wire to go over the top of the chicken coop because we found out early on that if the chickens get spooked, they will jump, and they have wings and they sometimes get a little bit of air, and they've ended up on the top of their chicken coop, and so we need to put chicken wire around that. And they're sticking their heads out the chain link fencing. And the chain link fencing is strong enough to keep the dogs out, but big enough that the chickens are still sticking their heads out through it. So we have to put some chicken wire around the perimeter of that fencing as well. So we do have some family projects that we'll be taking on in the next couple of days. And let's get going with our day, shall we? Okay, so it is now, oh gosh, what time is it? It is now 10:30 on Monday morning. And I just finished watching Denise with Dear Designs, her weekly vlog, which is this week it was about 1 hour and 36 minutes. So at the beginning of her weekly vlog, I started with Alex's stocking, which you would have seen me doing an I-cord cast on in black. And that was for Alex's stocking. And the weekly vlog just ended, so I'm going to show you my progress. I got the ribbing done. I got the first bit here, which is the trim that Alex had chosen, which was the holly. And so I figured this was a good place to stop. Kids are up and we're going to go do some yard work. But I wanted to show you guys, doesn't that look so great? I don't know if I'll work on hers anymore today, but we'll see. Oh, I'm so happy. It looks so good. Okay, you guys, I'll see you in a bit. So I was just out here feeding the chickens, and I have to show you guys what I get to come out and see every day with Anthony.
The only one that'll ever come up and jump up here.
Yeah, and you can see that that's French tip.
Yeah, no, she's the only one.
She loves it.
Yeah, I came out here and I sat down, and I wasn't sitting down 2 minutes, and she came out here and she came out here and she hopped up here. So it was like almost immediately.
Very good.
But yeah.
You don't what? Okay. Yeah, I'll get you a snack. Yeah, we'll see. Give me a minute.
No, this is great because Jacob doesn't use the pine motor and I don't use the rose motor, so this works perfect. Yeah, now I don't have to flip 5 pages to find the second part of my. Because, like, these 3 are on the first page.
Yeah, so you know this week is 4th of July. We talked about doing the alpaca. Have fun with it.
Okay, so we have reached the end of day one for Christmas in July. It is Monday evening. We decided we were gonna have a late dinner. We have a few more things that we wanna do before I'm cooking and we're settling down for the night. So Alex just made us some protein shakes and she's very good at them. She learned the best way to make shakes with her father. She puts peanut butter powder and protein powder and mango chunks and strawberries and blueberries and blackberries and dark chocolate chips. And we thank her dad because she's learned from a master of shake making. And these shakes are gonna tide us over until dinner time. We've had a pretty busy day. I don't know that I got a bunch of the best footage for today. But I have a few things I want to share with you at the end of our day today. First, today is Monday, and it was 1 week ago that I rolled the dice and I got the Velocor. So I want to share with you guys my progress on that before I put it back on the whip wall, because I'm not going to roll the dice again until August 1st. Here is where I was when I rolled the dice last Monday, and I've made a couple inches of progress. I am putting these safety pin or light bulb markers in every inch so that I know when I reach the right amount of inches for my thing. So I am super excited. I'm holding it double so you can't really see, but the drape in this is unreal, and I'm sure it's the silk content. It is just so lovely. I'm very excited to one day wear this. I am going to leave the progress keeper on here just so next time I roll this, I'll be able to see kind of roughly how much I got done in a week. So I'm gonna put this back on the whip wall so that we can focus on our Christmas in July projects. So that one is going to go away. Now, I believe I've already shared with you guys the progress of Alex's stocking, which is the stocking I made the most progress on today. I started my morning, everybody was still in bed, and right as I was ending and I'm getting to the end of Denise's weekly vlog, the kids were waking up and the house was starting to come alive, and it was perfect timing because I had finished the cuff and the trim of Alex's stocking. She wanted the holly trim, and then she wanted the penguins, if you remember. So I've just started the penguin chart on hers. So I've got some good progress here going on hers. And then for Anthony's, oops, this little safety light, I don't know. Oh. Anthony's and mine, I didn't get as far on ours as I did on Alex's, but ours are at the same place. So basically, I did the I-cord cast on because this will be the hook that we hang them from. And I got the cuff done, and I started the first round of the trim. So Anthony wanted the horizontal stripes for his trim, and I just got the first row of that done. And then mine looks very similar to his. Again, I got the cuffs and the very first row. I guess I got 2 rows of my chart done for my trim. So that is our progress, or my progress on the stockings. As far as my Le Pouf, I have introduced the second color. So with this Le Pouf, you're holding fingering weight yarn double, and it tells you when so you start off holding 2 of the same color, and then it tells you to drop one and pick up another and drop another one and pick up another. So it tells you when to do all that. And so I have just picked up the second color, and that's my progress for today, you guys. So this is the back. I'm still working on the raglan increases here. They're looking really good. I'm really enjoying working with Mandy's wool. So there's my Le Pouf. I did get to Alex's appointment today, and I got to knit on the Vellicore while I was there. Problem I ran into with the stockings. I'm gonna grab this really quick. Sorry, I thought I was prepared. So when I got the wool from Mandy, so when I got the wool package from Mandy, she had included an extra little surprise in there, and I was completely off base on how I was supposed to use that. And I'm so glad, because she actually talked about it in her next episode, which I watched. I know that I watched it before mine was uploaded, but I think it was later the same day. So I think her video came out Wednesday morning for me, and she's like, oh, look at these great things, and this is how you use it. Well, I had already edited my video and had it scheduled to go up Wednesday evening or something like that. Like, my video was scheduled to go up after. And so I watched her episode, and I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Perfect sense. What a handy tool. And as it turned out, I'm short on needles. So these stockings call for and now I'm confused. The stockings call for a US 6, and I went up to a 7, or maybe the Le Pouf asked for a 6 and I went up for a 7. Anyway, I don't have enough needles. And so when I finish one stocking, I'm having to put it on a smaller needle so then I can use the size that I'm using on the next stocking. So look at this handy little needle minder that Mandy's husband made. And so it just snaps, and then I have my needles. These are the needles I'm using to knit all of the stockings. And I have one set of these because all my other sets are on projects. So yes, I have a cool little tool that I'm getting to use for my Christmas in July, and it was like a surprise Christmas present when I opened that and had a special treat from Mandy. So for the rest of the night, I'm gonna work on my shake. I'm gonna work on getting this video edited. We still have to bring the chickens in for the night and make some dinner. Nothing super exciting that you'll be missing. I'm sure throughout the month you'll get to see some cooking and chicken wrangling. So I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you guys are looking forward to your month and whatever you have planned, and I will see you later. Hello. Alex was in her room so I could record. How'd you do in there?
Can I show them some
Oh,
artwork?
you sure can. You want to show them some artwork you just did in your room?
Well, not just it. I only did one.
You want to come stand in front of me or sit in my lap? Extra special treat. You want to show them the cover so they know what book this is? Yep, this is your coloring journal, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Oh, look at that.
And this is the one I just finished.
That's the one you just did today?
And there's birds. That's the dark blue. The really light blue are butterflies. And the green stuff are leaves. And all the brown stuff is the trunk and branches.
Do you enjoy coloring like that? Yeah.
I do have perfect markers to fit through. And the next time I finish is this one. There's a bunch of beautiful flowers.
Beautiful flowers. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe you can show them another picture tomorrow when we do our daily vlog for tomorrow. What do you think?
Okay.
All right, you guys. So I'm gonna close out of here and get on with our closing of the day. And I will see you guys all in the morning. Bye.